So it begins. Just think, you could probably fly to Chicago on Southwest, and you'd probably get there before us. But at the same time, we're doing it in style. And the award for the best hat on the train goes to this gentleman right here. Love it. We're rolling.
But Gangnam style.
Okay.
I can't take myself seriously.
You got your old farmhouse, and you got your red barn. You got the corn in the foreground.
I mean, if there is canola growing out here, I don't see it very much because most of the time it's always been corn and soy interchanging with each other.
We just grew corn.
Oh yeah, we're painting faces with the colors.
If I can get to focus, there we go. We're doing 60.
I can feel every bump in this.
A high amount of fast.
This looks good. First town is fat.
What? What? Yeah, that was definitely a museum I was considering going with Gideon and some other guys probably because FBA one more one. That's actually what I was running yesterday. Oh really?
And it doesn't care if the engine
like this, where it's like you can't replicate this. It's built by people that don't build this way.
There's the Wabash River. Wabash, however you're supposed to say it. Wabash. I know it's different, like if you're in the north or the south, people pronounce it differently. That's where all the brown goes. That's a Cargill, that's why.
Yeah, down by Creek. I live on a little farm.
That's a hell of a plan.
Yeah. I'm about 7 miles from there. Okay. Yeah.
It's Lafayette, isn't it?
It's probably Lafayette.
Yeah. I'm kind of dual because I went to art school.
Yeah, it has to be Lafayette. We'll probably pass under, if we pass under a bridge, as soon as we pull out, we're in Lafayette.
Yeah. I assume there's a sign somewhere.
I took intro to fiber classes.
Off we go.
Like a little bit of everything.
Yep, there it is. Lafayette.
It taught me to appreciate.
And there's the bridge.
Yeah, that would be good too.
Yeah, it was really, it was just kind of a class I took as an elective.
You get north of here, it's going to flat down here. You'll get to see it.
I assume that's like where it used to be Great Lakes and then maybe proceeded.
Yeah, well, we had, of course, this is Glacier here.
So, that is Elvis Presley, sitting in this exact spot in this car. Ah.
See the white dots?
Yeah.
They're all concrete.
There might be 3 blocks between.
And they're
That lights? Yep.
really last forever.
And then the outside of that, I mean, it was basically chaotic. I mean, they just had random panels, different colors slapped on it. Yeah, it was just a bombed out job. So it needs to get back out on the road.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw a picture of it, I was like, what? I didn't know what I was looking at first. Like, I thought it was just like a short line that had bought it because it had the box car behind it. I didn't see the rest of the train. I was until I looked closely and then I was like, oh hey, that's a Highliner.
We don't have that problem with ours. I mean, like, you put her notch one, buddy, her kids from the ledge, she's pulling through it. She'll drag you right down, brakes or not. Get the broom!
Just paddling.
Please, get the broom! That's what we do in the IRD, you know, like 40 miles an hour, and you get like your switch cleaning broom, put it out the window of the SD9, and you're like...
Hey! Woo! There he goes! Woo! He's paddling with his tripod.
They know what this is.
They know what we're doing.
It's up for sale. We heard someone might have bought it and they might restart it. The pellet plant is also the exact halfway point along the line between Indianapolis and Chicago. So your ride is halfway over, but we still have 95 more miles of fun.
You should have seen what we were like on Friday. We were just like moving chairs around the because we were just trying to get everyone together at a table.
70 miles an hour.
It just mirrors the sill plate on the that's not lubricated properly.
Yeah.
Should we not be creaking like that around curves?
I think that might have been the brakes too. Just might have been a combination of curve and brakes.
Alright, it's been fun. Story trip.
Alright.
Here in northwest Indiana. We'll be crossing over the bridge here in just about 30 seconds or so.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Kankakee River begins 5 miles southwest of South Bend in an area of springs and swamps. Flows through Indiana and Illinois for 133 miles before merging with the Des Plaines River to form the Illinois River. And then we'll be passing through the town of Shelby just after we cross the river. I'll tell you more about that in just a second.
There's a lot of water.
Back in Pennsylvania, I have evidence. Check the road, it's literally named after it. Dark swamp.
Alright, so moving ahead here, we're going to be going over the NS Kankakee subdivision. The what? How do you pronounce it again? Kankakee. Yeah, it's a line that is now mostly quiet zone, even though it sees like 3 trains a day. The only reason it's even open, I think, is it takes coal trains into Michigan City where they have a power plant. So, it only has 10N, another train on those coal trains. That's usually the only regularly scheduled traffic that's in it.
Go south. You'll get to Monticello's.
Yep. Yep.
Conrail sign.
Appropriatable. My friend Gideon did.
What part of St. Louis are you from? Oh, yeah. A friend of mine used to be a committee woman up there, yeah. Patricia, how am I blanking on her last name? Because everyone's looking at me. Patricia, she used to be a committee woman, and now she moved to Savannah.
No, it's just kind of wetlands.
Who's Patricia by?
I don't know if they're protected. I think they are because it's like they control like runoff, basically.
I used to live by Crown Candy, so. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking when I saw that all these lakes, just all the nasty.
Yeah.
They do that.
Another big bird. The white one. I've exhausted my list of different species. There you go. Oh, here. Little red. Yeah. There's Skill Sky here. Yeah.
Candy's doing a fantastic job.
Love that place. I went back to visit earlier this year and got a haul, and I was like, I hadn't been back in a while. Like, am I exaggerating how good this was? In my memory, when I started having it, it was like, no, this is even better than ever.
I think the guy used to live in my neighborhood.
Well, as we come into Dyer, Indiana, the town of Dyer was founded by a Philadelphia publisher, Aaron Hart. He moved to this area with his wife, Martha, in 1857. We're crossing Highway 30, the Lincoln Highway, right now.
They're lucky.
And it was one of the earliest transcontinental auto roads. That was the first. It was the first national memorial to Abraham Lincoln, who grew up in southern Indiana for a time. If you look to the right, there's going to be a large car graveyard. This is the Dyer Auto Auction, which sells off. No, it's not the Amtrak parking lot. It sells off 40,000 used vehicles each year. So it's a good chance that your car might end up at this facility or one like this someday.
See anything you like?
Positive it's not the Amtrak parking lot. This is our last intermediate stop in Indiana before we reach Chicago's Union Station.
Yeah, we almost just got stopped by the J. Well,
That was a rollover.
oh yeah. I've seen forklifts carrying these cars around sometimes. Now what we're about to cross over was the former EJ&E Railroad, which is well, one of my favorite railroads because I used to watch the trains in Griffith before it was bought out by CN. Still go down there sometimes. In fact, we're probably going to go there tomorrow. There used to be a station right there. Navigate Modon Station stood right there. It's a little blue depot building made out of wood. Shack.
Pokemon gym.
Like, I mean, you're taking
I wonder if they're on our train and we'll get hauled off.
The high socks with sandals. That's one way to get the steps in.
You could have been on this train, but you didn't buy a ticket.
Ferguson was a railroad town.
Yeah. It's funny for us because we're so used to seeing videos of the stuff after the fact or going on chasing ourselves. This time we are the man.
Yeah. Is there a train in front of us?
Right in.
Last time I was up there, I was gonna go to Ferguson, but that's when they were still open, but they were closed that day. I was like, dang, and I ended up went to some random soul food place in a strip mall in Delphi. It was so, I like, because they didn't have seating, so I just ate it, like took it out and ate it in my car, and it was so good. I actually went back and like got a second order.
And I think we're gonna be some ice cream.
Genset broke down.
Actually, no, the genset's still moving. Our laps may have been premature.
Riding or the train's still in the back because the emissions. Had a little bit of the Hoosier.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it was hanging out on the main and it died.
Yeah, it died and then they got it restarted. Maybe they were planning to back us up and round us around it, but then they got it started again long enough to push the train.
We cross over, so
Yeah.
Bolton, Union Pacific Yard Center, one of 5 intermodal terminals here in the Chicagoland area. Here at the south end of the yards, around milepost 19.4, we crossed one of the branches of the Little Calumet River.
It's in the sign color. She's a little bit of a further way out, huh? Oh yeah, it's not in yard service. It's not. It doesn't have the. It's not a Y.
What is your address?
Are a possible increase in car accidents.
decouple us, let's roll back together.
Oh, okay. Back it up. We're going back.
Thank you guys for all being here. I mean, I try not to get choked up because I see so many faces I love. We're just so happy to have you aboard on our first excursion. I know for a guy who was not doing his homework in school and instead reading about trains on Wikipedia, this is the best thing I could ever see in my life. And even though the Hoosier State is going away, we've made some memories that are going to be priceless. And this is the start of a whole new chapter of my life as far as me liking trains and just how far I can take that and introduce it to other people. So I hope that my main mission was to introduce you guys to the best of rail travel, not only in food and drink and in breakfast and dinners, but in friends, because that's what trains are about, are really just about connecting people from far off places. And that's the best of life. So I genuinely like to thank you for being here, and I would just like to say long live the Hoosier State.
Long live
the Hoosier State. Go.
Hey there, lad. I hear you're running a private car on a train destined to probably still run, and you're going to claim it's going to be on the very last run? Wow, what a scam, right? Yeah, you claim you're a high school graduate, yet your grammar seen the image highlighted in yellow clearly shows that if you truly did graduate and went into the business to match shit like this, then you would have clearly learned this better to make those believe it and waste $210 on a single trip. A total round trip and coach class on that train doesn't even exceed $90, and yet you want to charge $210 per way.
I suggest you rethink your choices on that before someone figures out this is a scam and you get sued, as well as prosecute for your actions. Happy Travels Day! I'm loving this scam S&W.
So
I just look at all these people who were frauded.
Oh yeah. If I'm correct, Gideon,
shut up and take my money.
Gideon, if I'm correct, he spelled grammar wrong.
He did. I'm pretty sure he did.
Grammar wrong?
He did.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh. This whole train is literally a flex on you. I hope that you've learned.
Is this from Papa Jonathan?
No. And that's it. Opa Gun style.
Oh, okay. So there's a one container there being scrapped.
Guess what? They are not.
Oh, hello. We got ourselves the green boys.
Now Chicago's the real railroad state.
Yeah.
Hey, how much did I insult Norfolk Southern on this trip? See, I kept my mouth shut just for you.
Oh yeah, here. Purple boy. Turned into a central meatpacking district. We're also crossing by Guaranteed Rate Field, which you'll be able to see over on the right-hand side of the train here. This is the current home, of course, of the Chicago White Sox in Major League Baseball's American League. The mortgage lender, Guaranteed Rate, bought the naming rights back in November of 2016. Prior to that, it was U.S. Cellular Field and, of course, Comiskey Park, as Chicago until always call it. The stadium currently has a capacity for 40,615 fans, and we know that because they can't discount every single seat. The stadium hosted the 2003 MLB All-Star Game and the 2005 World Series, where the Chicago White Sox, of course, swept the Houston Astros in just 4 games.
Actually, no, if anything, I might see that more.
Look above you, it's the orange line. Yeah, it's the newest piece of metal.
Yeah,
1993.
I gotta ask you something.
Oh, what's up, Matt?
Nothing. I just want to
Ford seat. Oh, they're gonna do that. Back in the red line out to Gage Park.
Or is it?
Well, we hope you enjoyed the narration this morning. My name is Robert, and I'm aboard with my wife and our board of directors, Candace Tabor here. On behalf of the Midwest Rail Rangers, hope you enjoyed the narration. If you did, let Gideon and Kaiwoon know, please. We hope to do many more trips with Blue Pine Rail, and I know Gideon's somewhere else, but I want to thank you for all your hard work in making this possible for all of us. I know you got a couple rounds of applause, but one more for the two of you for doing this, man. We partner with about 7 other guys who own these private cars, and I can say about 5 of them are running no trips this year. So that's pretty impressive that you guys were able to pull this off, considering 5 of our other partners have no trips this year. So check us out, like us on Facebook. We'll be posting a lot of pictures at Rail Rangers. We're on Twitter at Rail Rangers, and we're also on Facebook, Midwest Rail Rangers. So give us a like, and later this afternoon, tonight, and tomorrow, we'll be posting all of our photos and video and pictures. Make sure you get on Facebook and Twitter and give us a like. We hope to see you again sometime. Thanks for riding.
Gideon. This is also where we park these cars.
We just passed Rary Alamo. We just passed the Rary. Oh, look. Alright, first one, Union Station gets $100. Let's go.
Hey, look, an actually good locomotive. Hey, look, another
Come on, we got this. We gotta finish the job. The air conditioner didn't do it. We're going to.
Yeah, this is the coach yards. Yeah, take a look.
Oh man, there's so much in one picture.
Okay, you haven't even seen Chicago yet.
You ain't even experienced it yet.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Oh, we're going in faster.
Superliners, heritage cars sitting around.
Oh no, we're losing.
So close.
We gained speed on them.
Right over there. Yeah, that's the close.
Alright, this is where we lose.
It ends here.
Oh, look!
Hey, look! Heritage unit!
Heritage unit!
The P-42 and phase whatever.
Phase 4.
Phase 4.
I'm new to it, yeah. I don't play thank everybody for riding, and I hope to see you in future excursions.
I don't know. That's good.
First committee.
Here we go.
We get this train resurrected.
Yes.
There's Rary Malibu on the bridge back there. You see him? You see the Rary?
Do you think guys save that next week?
Same time next week.
What do you think, man? You want some
Dr.
steaks?
Freeman.
Same time next week.
Let's do it again.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and
We're gonna have that GG1 accident when they went into the floor.
We're going to New York and I'm going forward.
Gideon, we're gonna have that New York Central accident with the GG1 when they went to the floor.
We're gonna
You can't
commit.
stop, there's no
We
brakes.
gotta commit Silver Street, boys.
No! I'm not ready. I'd rather die in the New York Central.
More like Brown Street.
We're getting paced by the guy.
The baggage car has that.
I mean, it's different tracks. Like baggage car. The track that it's on, it's not the same one every time.
Here we come, folks. Get ready.
Big Dave.
And
That's posted on the front. Big Dave.
good. Sway Hog, Chicago. I'll drink to that. I have no. Okay, HEP machine broke.
Yeah, just switching it. You gotta disconnect it from the circuit in order to put it on standby.
And God said, "Let there be light."
There we go.
Nice time.
There we go.
Nice.
Perfect. That was good.
Hey, will someone take my picture?
Hey, yeah, I wanna get your picture.
He's going. No, he's going. There we go. I'm hungry, John. I want a lasagna. Units. Rain in Chicago is a very specific aesthetic.
Where my weenus?
Oh, no, he still wants it. This was the most crowded South Shore train I've ever been on. That's gonna get torn off immediately.
I'd like to take this time and extend my thank you to the owners of the private cars and all the people who bought tickets and rode with us. You guys made this trip truly amazing.